Joining us now is the man whose job it is to daily expose these inconvenient truths about the Biden administration. Adam Andrzejewski, CEO and founder of Open the Books. Adam, welcome to the program.
Well, it's great to be here, Chanel. Thanks for having me on.
Adam, your latest investigation finds that the Biden White House has the largest payroll in the history of presidential administrations. Give us a sense, Adam, of how big that is exactly.
So our auditors at OpenTheBooks.com, we went back 5 decades, 50 years, back to 1971. We looked at the head counts of White House payroll, and it's never been higher in the modern presidential era. Joe Biden has a White House payroll that now exceeds 500 employees. That's never happened before in the last 5 decades. His payroll headcount is actually 565. It costs the American taxpayer $61 million a year. And Chanel, let's put that in context, versus the 4th year of the Trump administration. There's 152 more White House Biden staffers than Trump at the same time. For crying out loud, during the 4th year of the Obama administration in the first term, there's 100 extra staffers on the Biden crew.
It seems that there's no turning back, though, when you've got a bureaucracy, even White House staffers, when they are established, when jobs are created within the government, it seems like there's never going back from the brink. You never shrink. If you were to break this up, they just get relocated. So do you see this ever shrinking?
Well, the White House payroll is a leading indicator of a president's penchant to grow the size, scope, and power of government. Trump, he actually cut the White House payroll. He saved the American taxpayer almost $30 million versus Obama in a 4-year period. Until the pandemic, he had shrank the size of the federal bureaucracy as well. Now, Biden's the opposite story. It's an all-time high on head count on White House payroll, and it's been a leading indicator of his ability to grow government. For the first time, we're over a total headcount in the 123 executive agencies of 1.5 million federal bureaucrats. That's up sharply from the Trump years.
So what's so funny is that if you were to break down these staffers too, I remember when the Biden administration first started, and you had a series of economists look at who was entering into this administration, and they found that the vast majority, it was a shocking number, it was something like 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 of these White House staffers did not have private sector experience. So not only do you pair this fact that you've got more people working at the White House inside this bureaucracy than ever before, but none of them seem to have, very few of them seem to have private sector experience.
Well, and if you look at the most highly compensated White House staffers, like the top 10, four out of the top 10 are lawyers. Then the entire administration, the payroll's lawyered up. They've got 51 lawyers on staff, costing the American taxpayer $7 million. But then there's some other highly compensated employees as well. And some of these should be fired, like the senior advisor on immigration is in the top 10 top paid on the White House staff. And there's been 10 million illegal entrants crash the border during the Biden years. You also have one of the most highly compensated staffers. They're the senior advisor on racial economic justice. They're there to push equity. That's a socialist neo-Marxist concept of equal outcomes. It is the exact opposite of competitive capitalism. And so that person there is not growing the economy. They're actually putting up impediments to slow the economy.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.